Greetings and salutations to you all once again. It is me, the Ravenous Spectre. And this is kind of a video that just kind of came to mind a bit, a little bit of a topic video. And that has to deal with, do you really prefer to play mostly hardcore games or mostly uh, less hardcore games, I guess you could say? Maybe uh, casual type of games, if you will. Basically what I mean is like, if you're looking at like a really deep RPG that has so many mechanics and the story's so deep, the character's so deep, everything about it is just deep, weapon crafting and battle planning and the battles and just everything in general. Uh, or if you look something like along the lines of, say, a Mario game where it does have its challenging moments sporadically here and there, but overall it's kind of, oh hey, we're kind of just really taking our time and we're taking in taking in the scenery, if you will, really just getting into things and just enjoying it. um, that has actually kind of happened with me a little bit lately, as a matter of fact. Usually I go for kind of like the hardcore gaming thing, considering I'm such a big gamer. But then again, I always jump around back and forth to various games. Kind of like right now, as a matter of fact, like with my previous pickups video that I did, as a matter of fact, I talked about The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus on Switch. It's kind of strange because I've actually seen myself going back to play that because I want to find all of these items. I want to see all of these monsters and these bosses and everything. I want to see how far I can be able to make it, things of that nature. It seems like one of those games that I've really gotten around to just being like, you know what, I'm really gonna give this game a shot. And surely enough, I have. As a matter of fact, I've kind of gotten along the lines of wanting to play Puyo Puyo Tetris as well. I've just kind of just got into that mood where I haven't really known what I've really want to play much lately. I've kind of been jumping around from different titles here and there. But I play so many hardcore games, if you will. It's just come to a point where I want to decompress a bit from that and want to play more simpler games, if you will, and have more fun with those. That's kind of one of the things that gets to me, though, is you have people out there that are assholes. They go and call people who play more simpler games like, "Oh, you're a filthy casual." Like I mentioned before, of dealing with, say, the Mario series, or dealing with The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth and whatnot. What difference does it make if it's a hardcore game or if it's a simple game, whatever the case may be? I've really just come to the point where I'm just stepping back a bit, and as much of a gamer as I am, I'm like, I love all of these hardcore games, but I also want to try to embrace more simple ones as well. It's just like it kind of just gets to me how people have to act towards other people like that with what's like type of game they want to play, whether it's a simple one or whether it's a hardcore one, and things of that nature. And I've just really kind of wanted to get your guys' thoughts. I'm sorry, I'm kind of out of it tonight. I kind of wanted to get your guys' thoughts on it as well. How you really feel about it? Are you more of like the simple crowd, or the simple gameplay crowd, or like the hardcore crowd, or whatnot? Which camp are you in? Are you in between? Or are you in the one or the other? Because I was actually having a little bit of a discussion tonight with my girlfriend, and she was basically telling me, she was like, hey, you know what? If there's something that I'm interested in playing, then I'm going to do it. And she says sometimes I prefer more simple games, sometimes I prefer more hardcore ones. It's just like I mentioned before about really being able to decompress. And because honestly, yeah, like when you start playing some more hardcore games, it kind of really taxes your brain some. So you want to get something that kind of cleanses your palate a bit and play something that's a little less mind numbing, if you will. And so that's kind of been the way that it is for me lately, which is, it's been actually pretty funny because I've been playing The Binding of Isaac, which honestly, yeah, that does have a bit of a hardcore sense to it as well. It's simple to play and easy to get into, but trying to make your way through the game, it's not really going to be that easy, at least from my experience so far. If you die, you end up going back to the beginning, but everything changes, and yeah, so I mean, it's definitely, yeah, an experience, but it's still fun at the same time. I still keep going back and playing it in spurts here and there, and it's funny because before that, I was actually playing The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on there. And of course, that's hardcore. That is. Especially with all the stuff that you can find in that game. It is nuts. It is crazy. I just ended up seeing a video, as a matter of fact, some odd days ago about some other extra tips and things that you can get for other things that you can do in the environment or with items and enemies and all this stuff that I never knew about before. I'm like, my God, this game is it's got so much in it and so much going for it. So I kind of been going back and forth a little bit between those two and also Tetris as well. I'm really trying to give my Switch a little bit more love because the only thing that I've been playing has been The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And to be able to get Puyo Puyo Tetris, and it sounds so funny with me saying that, Puyo Puyo, Puyo Puyo Tetris, Tetris Puyo, yeah, anyways. And the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus, obviously, it's like they Tetris, it's like they have their hardcore elements to them, but they're still simple to get into and simple to play kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, obviously, obviously there wasn't really too much for me to say dealing with this. It's just the fact of just kind of wanting to get a topic video out there and see what you guys think about it. Where you really fall into place. And another thing is, the hell with what people say about what you play and how you play it, I mean, yeah, I'm a guy who, when I end up getting a new game, if I can find the easiest difficulty on the game, then I'm going to do it because I freaking feel like it, because I want to enjoy what I'm doing. Some people enjoy harder difficulties. That doesn't mean that I have to, I mean, it doesn't freaking matter. If you want to play on easy, if you want to play on normal, hard, masochistic difficulty or whatever the case may be, it really gets to me when people go and say stuff like that. It's like, why are you doing this? I mean, with us being gamers, we need to be able to embrace one another and be able to embrace the things that we like and discuss the things that we like, and not going at each other with torches and pitchforks and shovels and hammers, like a violent village mob or something trying to come after some of the filthy casuals, as it's called. I just get so damn sick and tired of that shit. I swear I do. I'm like, just some people like that just want to sit behind a keyboard and be a little keyboard warrior or a social justice warrior or whatever, and try to act like they're making a difference in the world. And really, they're just polluting it with more bullshit than what we got to put up with and deal with today online. And gaming is supposed to be a release. It's supposed to be a release. It's supposed to be something where we can decompress and have fun with and enjoy something and get lost in the world, away from this screwed up world. Be able to get lost in something and deal with something and get away from the bullshit of the real world and the outside world. And whose freaking business is it of what difficulty that you want to play on in a game? I know I actually had made a video previously dealing with this, but, the thing that kind of gets to me is, like, say, for example, at my previous job, there was a woman on her break time would actually play Candy Crush. Now, I have my thoughts on that, I mean, if she wants to do that and she enjoys that, then that's her, I mean, I have no desire for it or nothing like that. But then again, I kind of consider the whole Candy Crush thing at least a bit of a scam, I believe, because of the microtransactions. Microtransactions out the ass. It's like, yeah, it's free to play, but here, just spend this dollar for this, or this dollar for this, dollar for that. I mean, I don't know if she does that. I'm not sure. Maybe she just plays the free version and says the hell with all these microtransactional bullshit. But yeah, I mean, it's just like that. If you're getting enjoyment out of it, then you're getting enjoyment out of it. It's just like, don't shove your difficulty levels or what you play or what you feel or you think is better than what somebody else plays down somebody else's throat when it deals with that. Just enjoy it. I mean, you can have discussions about gaming, especially whatever difficulty level it might be, with friends or family or whatever the case may be. But it's just like, don't be a dick. Basically, that's what. Don't be a freaking dick about it. About what you choose to play or what you choose. It's freaking entertainment. That's all it is. It's just games. It's just games. It's entertainment. That's it. That is it. It's something to entertain you away from the bullshitty world that we live in. That is all there is to it. And I just don't understand people sometimes, man. I don't get it, why they have to act this way, why they have to be this way. I'm just like, take a step back, man. Just realize what you're doing and what you're saying. And if somebody were to come back to you and say that to you, how would you like it? You know, you're spitting all this venom towards somebody else. What if they did it to you as well? You wouldn't like it too much, would you? No, you wouldn't. I know I wouldn't. And so I just that's just one of the things that kind of just gets to me. It's like sometimes you can't even leave a comment or something on, say, maybe a YouTube video or on a Facebook post or something like that, or Twitter, which I don't screw with Twitter, or a Twitter post or something like that. And there always has to be that one person, that one prick that just has to go and just acts like a complete dick to you and to everyone else, all across everybody that's making their comments on there with whatever the topic may be. And I just sit there and I you know, I shake my head. And even though me choosing the easiest difficulty to play on a game, obviously that doesn't make it bad, because what, for example, let's speak about somebody else. If they were to have a really busy life, if they had kids, if they had a wife, if they had a demanding job, if they had other responsibilities and things like that, but they're a true gamer and they really like gaming, where they are going to want to sit down and try to enjoy a relaxing evening of Dark Souls, you know, I mean, or a relaxing evening of whatever you can think of. Now, some people, they can enjoy stuff like that, but when you really just want to kind of just play something and have it be nice and simple and easygoing and whatnot, you know, just you pick the easiest difficulty, you have fun with it, and you move right along, and it can really it can really help to alleviate like maybe some crazy emotions that you were having throughout the day at the job or with family or friends or whatever. And it's just like some people just don't get that. They don't understand that. They'll sit there and rant and rave, and I'm just like, dude, are you like a person who just sits in front of a TV all day long and just plays games and plays every game in existence and just trolls every single message board that's out there and trolls every single Facebook post that's out there and trolls every YouTube video that's out there? I'm like, do you get paid to do this shit? I mean, honestly, it really just it blows my mind, man. It truly does. And I just really hope that maybe as time wears on, I mean, you're always going to have those people that are going to do it, but I I just wish that it could just get through to people. You know, it doesn't matter what type of games you play or what type of difficulty you play on or whatever the case may be. If you're having fun with it, then you're having fun. That's all there is to it. You know, it's not like it's a job. It's not like you're making money off of it. Although if you're a streamer or something, or you know you actually have a YouTube channel or something that you would make money doing it, well, that's your prerogative on what difficulty you play it on. But I mean, and that's not the way it is for everybody. That's not the way it is for God knows how many gamers there are out there. It's just about the fact of them getting on and having fun and enjoying their hobby, that kind of thing, you know. And I've always been a person where you just block that negativity out. You block those kind of people out. And I mean, yeah, I'll play on the easiest difficulty level if a game offers it. But then again, I've played on normal before. I played on games that were harder than normal before because there wasn't any way for me to be able to choose a difficulty level, or the game just didn't have a difficulty level. It's just like it is what it is, and that's it. You know, but I mean, yeah, crazy world we live in. Crazy people that's out there, and people just can't. They can't just leave well enough alone. You know, so I mean, but whatever. I just kind of want to get my thoughts and feelings on that out there because I just finished playing a little bit of The Binding of Isaac earlier, and I actually, and like I mentioned before, The Legend of Zelda, and actually I also went back to playing Darksiders 2, the Definitive Edition, because of the fact that Darksiders 3 was announced, and I about jizzed all over my walls because I had been waiting for it for forever and a day, you know. But that is another video for sure. But anyways, I will go ahead and end this like I always do. Later, taters. Have a lovely evening, lovely day, afternoon, night, morning, so on and so forth whenever you see this video. Adios, and take care.